students, this is the first cover page of your computer applications book. This book is developed as per the latest curriculum and prepared by the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations, New Delhi. Okay, this is the book of Frank Educational Aids. Before summer vacation, we completed some portions that is related to Java programming, that is object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming and class objects. All these chapters we finished, and here we are going to continue the remaining chapters. Okay, in this class we'll see about the values and data types related to Java programming. Values and data types. First of all, we are going to see what is called a value. Okay, a value is one of the fundamental thing, like a word, that is a string, or a number that a program manipulates. For example, a equal to 10. Here a is the variable that holds the value, that is the number 10. Okay, another example, a equal to school, that is written inside the double quote. Okay, so it is called as a string. So the first variable holds the number value and the second variable holds the string value. Okay, this is called value. The next one is data type. When we are writing a program, we have to write the type of the variables. Okay, so data types on the other hand refers to the type of data. If we are giving integer value, then we have to write the data type as integer. If we are giving floating point numbers, that is number with a decimal value, then we have to write the data type as float. If we are giving a character value, then we have to assign the data type as character. If it is a boolean, then we have to define the character data type as boolean. And if the given value is a string, then we have to write the data type as string. So this is the difference between value and data type. Value means we are assigning some values to a variable. Data type means we are assigning the type of the value. Okay, whether it is an integer or a float or character or string or boolean. Character set. Character set are a collection of all letters, digits and some special characters that can be used in a program. A character set represents letters capital A to Z and small a to Z, and the digits 0 to 9, and the symbols, these are the symbols, that is percentage and symbol, then asterisk marks, dollar, etc. We can use so many symbols. Okay, so the collection of letters, digits and symbols, that is called as a character set. Okay, next is tokens. Token means when we are writing a program, when we are start to write a program, each and every characters inside the program is called as a token. Okay, that's why it is written like this. Tokens are the smallest individual unit in a program. If you are writing the class name, C is a token, L is a token, A is a token, S is a token. All the characters, whatever characters present in the program, it is called as a token. That is, tokens are the smallest individual unit in a program. They are the valid characters or symbols that can be used in Java program. Thus, it forms the fundamental building block in a program. Java provides us with the following tokens, that is keywords. Keywords are otherwise called as reserved words. That is the words that is already present inside the software. Okay. Then identifiers. Identifiers means variables. Literals. Literals means constants. Then punctuators, operators. So each and every small individual unit that is present in a program is known as tokens. Okay. Next is keywords. A keyword is a reserved word that has a specific significance, special significance to the compiler and cannot be used anywhere else other than what it is intended for. This means the keyword is a reserved word that has a special significance to the compiler. Okay. These words are created for a special significance. We cannot able to use these keywords according to our convenience. For example, for is a keyword. We cannot use this for keyword as a variable name or a constant name. So for example, if we are writing a switch case program, we are using two statements, that is switch, case, default, break. So we cannot use these words as a variable name. Okay. These are keywords. These words can be used wherever it is needed. We cannot use these keywords as a class name or a variable name. Okay. In Java, a keyword is a word with a predefined meaning in Java programming language syntax. Next is identifiers. The other name of identifiers is variables. Okay. Identifiers in Java are the names of variables, methods, classes, packages and interfaces. Class 10 students, you already finished all these contents in class 9. So this is only the revision. Okay. So if you find any difficulties, you have to take your class 9th book and just go through these books. The other names for identifiers, literals, the methods, you have to learn it. Okay. Sometimes in exam, for example, here it is written as identifiers, they will ask define variables. So don't get confused. So you have to go through your class 9 the book once. After that you can do these revisions. Okay. Next is literals. The other name of literals is constants. Constants means the variables that is having the fixed values. Okay. Literals are data items that have fixed values. There are several literals that can be used in Java. Number 1, integer literal. 2, floating point literal. 3, boolean literal. 4, character literal. 5, string literal. 6, null literal, and 7th one is class literal. Second one is floating point literal. I already told you that floating point literals are used to represent fractional numbers, that is numbers with a point. Okay. If there is a point between any numbers, it is called as a floating point literal, that is the number with decimal values. It is called as a floating point. Third one is boolean literal. A boolean literal can be in two states, true or false. So the boolean constant having only two values. Okay. Either it is true or false. It is usually used to represent the state of a condition, that is true or false condition. If A greater than B, if A greater than B. If A is greater than B, then we will write it is true. If B is greater, then we will return the condition A greater than B is false. Okay. So the Boolean literal consists of only two values, that is true or false. The fourth one is character literal. Character means any number or a character that is enclosed inside a single quote. A character literal is a character enclosed in single quotation. For example, say the small a that is enclosed inside a single quote. Any character, you can take any alphabets that is enclosed within single quote, then it is called as a character literal. The fifth one is string literal. String means, what is called string? String means a group of characters or group of numbers that is enclosed within double quote. Okay. So this is the main difference between character and a string is character means a single character that is enclosed inside a single quote. String means it is a collection of characters, alphabets, or a collection of numbers, or a collection of numbers and alphabets that is enclosed inside a double quote. Okay. So string literal means a group of characters enclosed within double quotes is called string literal. Example, Allahabad, that is inside a double quote. My school, that is inside a double quote. So these are and we are able to write many examples. Collection of characters and numbers that is enclosed within double quote. For example, a school code UP246 that is enclosed within double quote. That is the collection of characters and numbers. Okay, this is called string literal. Next is null literal. Null represents nothing. Null means nothing is there. That is the blank space, that zero space. It creates a memory space for the instance variables in the RAM. Instant variables means the variables that is used inside the class. Okay. It can be used as a value for any reference type variable. For example, string name equal to null. The object is name, that is null. Used to assign null reference to the string object name. Okay. The last one is class literal. We already know a class literal is an expression consisting of the name of the class or the interface, array or primitive type followed by a dot and the token class. So these are the several literals that we are using in Java. Okay.